I'm almost too excited and perplexed in moments because I just feel like we have the best team, and I'm so lucky, and thank you so much for everything you do. So.
The announcement of the 2026 Oscar nominations sent shockwaves through Hollywood, and not just for the reasons you might expect. As the world tuned in, a string of firsts, snubs, and shattered records unfolded live, painting a new landscape for film and television industry. If you thought last year's prizes were dramatic, buckle up. The 2026 Academy Awards are rewriting the rule book. At 5:30 a.m. Pacific Time, anticipation gripped the entertainment world. The Oscar nominations are always a time of feverish speculation, whispered predictions, and, inevitably, heartbreak. But this year, even the most seasoned insiders were staggered. Warner Brothers Pictures, an enduring titan of cinema, made history in a way no one saw coming. Meanwhile, the beloved whodunit comedy series Only Murders in the Building found itself entirely left out of nominations in its sixth season, a twist that left fans and critics alike reeling. And pop icon Selena Gomez not only weathered the storm, but walked away with a record-breaking feat that cements her place in entertainment history. Let's break down the morning's most jaw-dropping moments and what they mean for the future of Hollywood. The headlines are unanimous. Warner Brothers has achieved the unthinkable. For the first time in the Academy's 98-year history, a single studio has garnered nominations in every major category. Best Picture, Best Director, all 4 acting categories, and the top technical awards. But it isn't just the breadth of nominations. It's the variety and daring of the films themselves. This sweeping sci-fi epic, directed by visionary newcomer Lila Zhang, picked up 11 nominations, including Best Picture, Best Director, and acting nods for stars John David Washington and Florence Pugh. Praise for its bold storytelling and visual innovation. The Last Horizon is being hailed as a turning point for blockbuster filmmaking, a moody, intimate drama set in post-war Paris. This film earned Warner its first Best International Feature nod in a decade, as well as Best Cinematography and Original Screenplay. The People's Voice, this hard-hitting documentary about global democracy movements, is up for Best Documentary Feature and Best Editing, underscoring Warner's commitment to social issues, as well as entertainment. What makes Warner's achievement even more remarkable is the diversity of talent on display. For the first time, every major acting category includes a Warner performer, and the studio's films feature stories from 5 continents, led by a record number of women and filmmakers of color. Industry insiders are calling this the dawn of a new golden era for the studio. As media analyst Dr. Simone Park explains, Warner has proved that big studios can take risks, artistically, culturally, politically, and win. If Warner's triumph was the morning's high point, the complete shutout of Only Murders in the Building Season 6 was its biggest shock. Once an awards darling, the Hulu series starring Steve Martin Short, and Selena Gomez has been a fixture at the Emmys, Golden Globes, and even the Oscars' new Best Limited Series category, introduced in 2024. But this year, not a single nomination. Critics and fans are already dissecting the reason for the snub. Some point to franchise fatigue after 6 seasons, despite the show's consistently strong writing and performances. Others suggest that the Academy is making a statement, clearing space for new voices and stories in an increasingly crowded field. But behind the scenes, there are whispers of something more political. With the Academy's expanded global membership and new, stricter campaign rules, some speculate the show's traditionally aggressive awards push may have backfired. Social media erupted as the news broke. Longtime fan at Murder Pod Queen wrote, "How do you go from must-watch to completely ignored in 1 year? The Academy needs to explain this." Others, like critic Jamal Niazi, argue that the snub was inevitable. Only Murders redefined the genre, but maybe it's time for a new mystery. Whether this marks the end of the show's awards run remains to be seen. Only Murders in the Building is still a massive hit with audiences, and Hulu has already greenlit Season 7. But for now, its Oscar journey is over. If the morning belonged to one individual, it was Selena Gomez. In a year of upsets, Gomez's name was called not once, but 3 times, an unprecedented feat for a Latina artist in Oscar history. Gomez's nominations span 3 distinct categories. For Rise Again, the haunting ballad she co-wrote and performed for The Last Horizon. for her nuanced role in Velvet Shadows, which critics have described as her finest dramatic work to date. As a producer on The People's Voice, Gomez becomes the youngest Latina ever nominated in the category. Gomez's triple nomination is more than a personal triumph. It's a cultural watershed moment. In an industry that has long marginalized Latina voices, her achievement represents progress and possibility. In her emotional statement following the nominations, Gomez said, "I stand on the shoulders of so many who came before me and opened doors. I hope this inspires every young person who's ever felt unseen to keep dreaming." Gomez's Oscar moment is already reverberating throughout the industry. Advocacy groups are hailing her as a role model for the next generation of artists, and her nominations have sparked renewed conversations about representation in Hollywood. As entertainment journalist Carla Mendoza puts it, Selena Gomez is no longer just a pop star or a sitcom actress. She's a force for change. While Warner, Only Murders in the Building, and Selena Gomez dominated the headlines, the 2026 nominations were packed with other surprises. First-time nominees. Over half of this year's acting nominees are first-timers, reflecting the Academy's ongoing efforts to diversify its ranks. Streaming services surge. Netflix and Apple TV Plus continued their dominance, with a combined 17 nominations. But traditional studios like Universal and Sony also made strong showings, signaling a healthy balance between old and new Hollywood. Genre films break through. Horror, animation, and international films all scored major nods, proving that the Academy's tastes are broadening. This year's nominations underscore a fundamental shift in the Academy's identity. With a record number of international members and an explicit mandate to represent the world's stories, the Oscars are no longer just Hollywood's biggest night. They're a global celebration of storytelling. Academy President Rafael Martinez summed it up, "The Oscars are evolving. We're seeing new faces, new genres, and new perspectives. That's what makes this year so exciting." With the stage set, attention now turns to the ceremony itself. Here are the storylines everyone will be following. Will Warner sweep the studio's historic showing means it could walk away with an armful of statuettes, or see its hopes dashed in shocking upsets? Can Selena Gomez convert nominations into wins? With 3 chances at Oscar Gold, Gomez could make even more history. Who will fill the void left by Only Murders in the Building? Look for breakout series and underdogs to seize the spotlight. Will the Academy's new direction stick? This year's nominations may signal lasting change, or just a temporary experiment. The 2026 Oscar nominations are more than a list. They're a mirror reflecting an industry in flux. Old powers like Warner Brothers are thriving by embracing change. Beloved favorites like